Good evening, good afternoon, whatever it may be. My name is Miss Franklin, known as Cosmolosis. I'm the founder and author of DW Psychic Reading. So today I'm actually going to give you like a brief psychic reading. And also I'm actually going to do his or her circumstances spread as well. You're not going to see the spread. Pretty much I'm just going to lay it out the cards and just hold up the cards as I actually give you a psychic reading based upon his and her circumstance. So I'm going to use my psychic oracle cards, which I made for my company. But I'm actually getting like a discourse. Excuse my notification. But yeah, word is coming to me is like a discourse where somebody wants to exchange words in regards of how they feel about you, in regards to what you're trying to pursue. This could be dealing with that you probably have a conversation with somebody within your career, within your job, within your workplace, in regards to they want to collaborate some ideas with you. And telling you how they feel about your ideas, as if they want to collaborate with you or they want to put their input in regards to these ideas. You might be careful because this could be somebody who also has been sharing your ideas with other people too, because I have here is a flopper. I mean, this could be dealing with relationships, whether you might be dealing with somebody who's used to being with other people or like to swing. But most likely when it comes to a flopper, somebody who actually just basically will go around telling people about your ideas. So yeah, you might as well just want to keep your ideas to yourself, but I would say be more discerned your approach when it comes to this person, this individual. They are not aware of their intentions. They're actually doing this just to get clout or just to receive some type of recognition or acknowledgement from a company or receive some type of promotion. So yeah, confirmation. Normally I use my notifications confirmations, but yeah, be more careful who you're sharing your ideas. Okay, 2, because somebody could be using your ideas for a clout or just receive some type of promotion from other companies as well, or somebody just want to be the face or be the center or the face of the company, most likely the representation of the company. It's kind of like a competition. I'm actually getting like a competition too. But sometimes a discourse could be like an apology. Well, yeah, an apology too. Somebody wants to tell you how they really feel, based upon they try not to make it seem as if they don't want to make an impression that they're taking advantage of you emotionally. I mean, if they feel that way, they are very apologetic. Not to you, but as in right now, you don't even see it, you don't even notice it. But they're afraid of how to come forth. Now, this is you dealing with somebody who will be very egotistic and doesn't know how to say sorry. And that's why they're having a hard time to approach you or make amends with you, because this is somebody who doesn't know how to be very apologetic. Even though that they used to be apologetic, but every time they've been apologetic to somebody they care for, they always been taken advantage of. So that's the reason why they have a hard time in giving their apology to you. So right now you are being covered by Mahakali. You are being protected by anybody who has trying to put some type of hex or spell upon to you. There's somebody who's trying to come against you. Somebody who does not want you to see you based upon their intentions or do not want you to know for what they're doing. So you are being protected by Mahakali, who is known to be Death and Reborn. Okay? And she just wants you to get to she wants to give you a warning when it comes to your surrounding, your associates, and also your friends. Choose your friends wisely. I don't know why I'm getting as if that your friends is trying to get their lick back. That's what I'm picking up. I'm actually getting as if that your friends is trying to get their lick back based upon that you took their man, you took their boyfriend, you took somebody they had a crush on, or you probably took a position from them. This could be dealing with fashion. This could be dealing with retailing. This could be clothing or a job. But for some reason, somebody's trying to get their lick back. Be very careful of your friends in association, because there's someone who has like a hidden agenda or hidden attention towards you. But there are certain things that are going to be taken away from you that does not deserve you and does not deserve your life at this point, because it's draining and you're not aware of it, because it's very toxic. And the reason why you're not aware of it, because this is something that could be you. Okay, the reason why you do not acknowledge it as being toxic, because this is like a survival. You're actually using it as a survival. But Mahakali is telling you that, well, I'm going to take it from you because this is draining you. This is toxic. But this is more like a spiritual push. Whether that you're going to be relocated, whether that you're going to be having a job, even though you think that's not going to be affordable, but it is going to be affordable due to the changes that may come. But yeah, I'm actually getting like a powerful shift that's going to happen under your own expectations. Whether you're ready for it, whether you are ready for it or not. But this is a powerful shift that is like your least expectations. This is something you do not want to happen, but it's meant to happen. Then I have here is your beauty immaculates your soul. Goddess Parvati. So, okay, so we actually have the two. Mahakali and Goddess Parvati. Goddess Parvati is actually Mahakali. Goddess Parvati is actually resembles the beauty of what society acknowledge. The divine, feminine, divine woman who is elegant and who is graceful. Mahakali is most likely detritus, demon, demonic, and a monster. And very cruel. That's how society perceives her. But most likely she used that image as her defense mechanism. As if that she does not like to be fucked with. That's her strength. Even though people think that it's ugly, but it's beautiful. Everything about Parvati and Mahakali, which comes to one, is all beautiful and divine and sacred. Because the both personality represents the growth of what we had to deal with in facing society as divine feminine. Whenever that we acknowledge our divine feminine, and wherever that we are coming to our awakening, our divine femininity, and defending ourselves from the cruelty of society, like Mahakali and Goddess Parvati. Sometimes it could be socialism and social pressure. That how people want you to be, I will say it, passive aggressive. And if we stay being passive aggressive for so long, yes, we will become aggressive, but in a good way. So therefore, people will not be taking advantage of us and also stealing our power. So there are times that you need to defend yourself and speak up for yourself. So you have to acknowledge your divine power, my divine feminine, and also my divine masculine. You have to acknowledge your own power, as in speaking up for yourself. So therefore, you will get out of that social pressure and being passive aggressive. I mean, there is a tone and there is a way to how you approach the situation, but when it comes to the point where a person most likely will try to take advantage of you, yes, you do have to defend yourself in speaking up. And also readdress the matter and how it makes you feel of being taken advantage of. But I'm going to say this, sometimes that we need to learn how to control our anger, but use it in an intelligent way, logically, basically. So sometimes we tend to use our emotions illogically, but we need to use it logically. And I'm going to say it again. Use your anger logically rather than being illogical. Okay? And sometimes when I ever get my Hakali in the spread, most likely you're dealing with people who are trying to take advantage of you. And also trying to take your throat chakra and also try to undermine your intelligence too. Okay, you have the answer. Resolve it. Misguided information. This does not have to deal with you. Again, they are just venting, not foreseeing the bigger picture. If so, then wait. Again, just investigate. Sometimes people tend to lash out all their frustration out on you, and you think that you're the problem, but you're not. Because again, you just do not know what people are going through personally. Okay? You might work with people who tend to be irritable, who tend to be frustrated, who tend to be aggressive. And you thinking that they're taking out on you because of the fact they don't like you. No, they're actually taking out on you because they do not like to carry this pent up emotions based upon what they felt, what they're going through at home, and also outside their job. And sometimes they tend to use people who are more vulnerable than them for what they perceive who is vulnerable than them and take it out on them and use them as emotional whip cushions. But I'm going to say this, in case like that, that's when you need to defend yourself like, we're going to readdress the tone, as I'm going to readdress my tone. There you go. You realize the hidden truth of yourself. Speak of it. Now I'm going to say this. Sometimes people would tend to do things to trigger you, and we all not perfect, but I'm not saying that what you did was wrong. But disclaimer, be careful of using your words wisely. What do I mean using your words wisely? Be professional and be appropriate. But what I'm going to say is that you will use a certain type of octave to catch the person's attention, to make them aware of what they're doing wrong. But use your words wisely. For instance, if somebody accuse you or falsely accuse you of doing something that make it seem as if they're trying to jeopardize your job and ruin your work ethic, you approach them and say, why did you say this and why did you say that? And you know I did not do this and I did not do that. And you showed them. You showed them. Okay? That's what you do. Not, excuse my language, who the fuck you talking to? We're not going to say that. No. Why did you say and why did you claim I did this and I did that? Because I follow upon protocol, I follow upon policy procedure, but I do not change the order. Why do you accuse me of changing the order? You have legal rights in saying that and stating that, to make it seem as if that you are not manipulating the job's order, which is illegal. Once you state that, you are not at fault. That's why I say choose your words wisely, to make them become alert of doing something wrong. It's possible. Never say it could, because you can. Never say it can't be done, because you can. You could do it in the right way, but not do it in a violent way. So this sounds like more like professional career reading. Allow changes to come through. For some reason, you refuse the change to come through, but allow it to come through because it's meant to happen. Just to get you out of that toxic cycle. You still did not give him or her up. You are recognizing your worth in this relationship. The same thing goes with the same thing that goes for a relationship is that you need to approach your mate and let them know what they have done and what they've seen to you and how they treat you. The same thing that goes for a relationship too. That you need to acknowledge the fact and let your mate know in regards of what they are doing wrong within this relationship or how they make you feel. Don't hold it in. This is time for you to tell the truth. This is time for you to be honest. Rather than holding it in and thinking that they could change the next day. No, because if you do not acknowledge it, they'll keep doing it as a pattern. So you got to break that cycle. You have to let them be aware what they're doing wrong within this relationship. You know what it is. I don't need to explain it. Because if I explain it, sometimes it can be very domesticated. The way that how they talk to you, the way how they treat you, and the way that how they not be more receptive to you. Understand peace within. I use this. I actually drew this instrument more as if a body chemist. It's like an alchemy of your body to be more stable, to be more aligned, and also to use that alignment to be more aware of your society, but also use it as a good benefit to yourself, but not use it for harm. Like I said from the beginning, use your emotions to be logical rather than being illogical. That's one of the instruments. Okay? I'm going to start from there. So I'm going to do it in his or her circumstances. But you know what? I'm so sorry. Let me just start out with the fortune telling cards first. So you have like a meeting with somebody that's coming through. This could be somebody that's 45, 46, or in the late 40s that actually wants to talk to you. They actually wants to have a conversation with you in regards for what they have done to you or the way that how they treated you. So therefore they will not feel guilty or actually live with regrets. I'm actually guess could be a sweet goodbye or a soft goodbye. More like closure. Somebody wants to come to you to give you closure, but even though they're trying to give you closure, it's still there. To you, it's closure for you because you already let them go because you're aware of who they really are. But they're not aware of themselves. They're still trying to find themselves. What they're doing right now, confirmation, what they're doing right now is out of survival. To be safe, to be at home. But they're not really at home. The truth is, you're home to them. They're being confined to being home, so therefore they will not live in misery. But you release them from misery. You just don't know. You just don't know. Now, maybe it's time for you to clean up your dining room table and clean the dining room too, because you might have an unexpected guest. Crossroads in reverse, which this is really good. You're going to walk on an open path. Something that's being open. Something that's being open. You're not being clouded anymore. There's something that's being open. That's something you're going to get clarity. You're actually going to get clarity. Something that's actually going to be open. Seriously, nobody's not going to block you from your success. No one is actually going to block you in regards of you walking to a new business venture. So yeah, clarity is coming through. Maybe this is something that you need to know when it comes to legalities in court, when it comes to any type of confusion or any type of reprimanding or any type of confusion. Well, you know what? The reason why I'm saying confusion because somebody probably falsely accused you for doing something legally, but it's something for what they done illegally. So you probably might receive a letter from the court in regards of a reopened case for what a business or a corporation has done to you. And you are not the only victim. There are others too. So it's going to be a reopened case. I don't know why I'm receiving the message, do not fuck with the children ones. I'm just going to put that out there. You have somebody that's trying to creep into your bedroom window. I don't know who this is, but whoever that you're trying to creep into your bedroom window without, and not letting your family know. This could be in the case that you're probably living with a family, where the cousins or a family member. You have somebody creeping up in your bedroom through the bedroom window. Make sure you wear protection. Make sure that he wears protection because he's dealing with others. If you have a bad habit and letting somebody up in your bedroom window and thinking that, but no, he's not innocent. He creeps somewhere else. Actions tells everything. Not only that it shows everything, but it tells everything. Boo. Make sure he wears protection, okay? Somebody's still stealing information from a company. Somebody's actually stealing numbers in a company, or somebody's trying to make up numbers in a company to give a good reputation. So, I like this because you're going to receive some better news. This is actually sad news, but reversed. Therefore, you're going to receive some better news that's going to come in. I'm gonna give a reading to you. So I have here is children, and I have here is the cinch. And I have here is the shepherd. Most likely you are actually going to use your nostalgia to compensate some type of emotions that you currently have for somebody who has been manipulating you emotionally. The reason why I say who has been emotionally manipulating you because I have here is the thief, the overall card, okay? Somebody who has been pandering your emotions, use your emotions as a mojo, as a stimulus, so therefore they can actually gain confidence and be with somebody else. There's a possibility. But you're still using your nostalgia, your crush, your infatuation that you still have this, that you still have for this individual in your childhood past. Now I'm gonna say that the reason why that you and this person, this is gonna be a long reading, While y'all still have this infatuation connection, she's infatuated with you. I'm not going to lie, and I'm not going to say that, oh, he's not infatuated with you because of the fact that he has cruel intentions towards you. I'm going to tell you why he has cruel intentions towards you. The reason why he's infatuated with you because you do remind him of himself and of your strength of letting him go. He wish he had your strength too. He has a problem of not letting go what he does not deserve. He has been taught to force himself to be in a relationship with somebody that will give him a perfect picture to live in American society, rather than being with somebody who he truly loves authentically. But that's not the case. That is not the case. Um, the reason why that he's not as infatuated with you when it comes to initiate a relationship because that has been taken away from him by somebody that he idolized, by somebody that he admires too. I'm just gonna leave it like that. I'm not gonna put any details, but that has been taken away from him. Okay. Therefore, he has a hard time in putting trust in being in a relationship that he wants to be in. That he wants to be in. He has no trust in being in a relationship. That he will not endure love, but only endure sex when it comes to a relationship. But when it comes to a family, he will use that as a survival. Confirmation. Now going back to you, with this children, I believe that not only that you're using your nostalgia and trying to keep the infatuation alive, but you're trying to cut it. You're actually trying to cut this infatuation you have with this individual that you thought who could be the one, but all of a sudden you realize he's not the one or she's not the one, based upon for what they have done to you and based upon how they make you feel. Now, in regards of you letting that go, letting that person go, you're actually going to find some other disagreements when it comes to two significant males in your life. But not only two significant males, I'm actually getting this could be dealing with two businesses. Maybe that you're going to find out some type of secrets that's going on within the business for what you're representing, and you feel like as if that, do I need to represent this business even though that they have performed illegal actions? Because if they perform any illegal actions, that means I'm part of it. Or generally, I'm just going to say this: there is going to be some type of policy, or there is some type of order that's going to take a place to the point that you refuse to perform that order because you think it's not right and you think it's not fair. And this order is going to deal with that's going to disregard on based upon how you feel or how you perform at the job. That it's going to make you feel pointless, or basically that you do not have any account to being at that job. So there's going to be some disagreements that you're going to have with the company itself, where the company is going to have an order that's going to disregard based upon how you feel about the job itself. There's some positive change going to come through, I would say, in 3 months. In regards of for what you have been manifesting, this could be dealing with money, this could be dealing with business, this could be dealing with career. But when it comes to project, you need to start initiating and making that project happen. Okay, you just cannot wait and just see what happens. No, you just gotta take initiative to start that project. Start creating. When you start creating, everything will happen. Unexpected things will happen. Okay, but you just gotta start creating. Now, when it comes to this guy, like I said before, the reason why he does not want to put effort in pursuing you is because of trust, disappointments, and also he's focused on in pursuing something that has nothing to deal with him being in a relationship. This could be dealing with fame. This could be dealing with receiving some type of recognition from society itself. I'm actually getting as if that he expects society to be at his hand and his foot based upon for what he has done for society. He feels as if that, well, since I have healed society, therefore they should be coming to me. So most likely he is pursuing in being a spotlight rather than being in love. So you don't want somebody who's actually chasing fame and who wants to be in the public's eye, but is not paying more attention and being in a relationship. But at this point, I'm gonna say this: for what he has done to you, I'm actually getting a destiny swap has taken a play. Most likely, what he has done to you, you are going to be in the public's eye. So you are actually getting his manifestation, and he's actually going to get your manifestation. And this actually happens when somebody is harboring your emotions, but even though they do not pursue to be in a relationship with you. So most cases it happens to people who are known to be a suspect in harboring your emotions to make you feel more of a victim. Sometimes this happens when you actually go to them as a confidant, but they actually prey on these emotions again to use it as a stimuli to be with somebody else too, to help them to gain confidence within themselves and be with somebody else. Confirmation is a possibility. It is a possibility. As if that you go to them, you talk to them, you cry to them. Basically, you just use them as a confidant where they're actually using their confidence or mojo and use it to establish in being with somebody else to help them to actually be in a public's eye. This could be somebody superficial, but this could be a model, where this could be somebody who is an employer, where this could be somebody who is very much significant to them. So give them a leeway to have some type of title. Yet again, what they have done to you is actually like a destiny swap because they're still going through a karma, but yet you're actually going to go through their good karma. I know it doesn't make any sense, but it does kind of make sense. Because what you're doing is that you're letting go of somebody who is actually an energy vampire. And when you start letting go of that energy vampire, you release it from stagnation. You release it from blockage. So you are willing and have the capability to manifest. It's something for what you always wanted. Even though it's not something for what you wanted, but it could be, it could actually be something that you never ever thought that you would receive. Again, he thought he was going to get fame, you're going to get fame. He thought he was going to get recognition from society, you will get recognition from society. So it is going to be something that you cannot control, but It's a blessing. It is a universal blessing to accept because you deserve it. Because you decide to let go of something that makes you become more distracted and not put more time upon yourself. And also not putting time and investing in your desires. And now, since you understand releasing something that's causing distraction and not investing within yourself, therefore, you are going to receive universal blessings, the infinite. I mean, I do see as if that he does not want you to receive these good news because he feel like he deserves good news. But like I said, sometimes based upon your actions for what you've done to people, actually, that's your dharma. You're creating your own dharma based upon the actions of what you've done to people when you're not aware of it. Sometimes people are not aware of what they have done to people, not thinking that it's wrong because they're accustomed in doing that, because they see their family members doing that. And when they get so accustomed in doing that, they think it's not wrong because they treat that as a lifestyle. It's sad but true. So then we do his or her circumstances. Which card I want to use? I'm going to use the Tarot Sorceress to lay out the format. You're still experiencing nostalgic feelings, but most likely you just want to walk away from it, which is understandable because sometimes it just brings up emotions. But I'm gonna say this: the reason why that you're actually being more nostalgic, you need to pay more attention of how often you give yourself to people who does not give anything back to you. So most likely you actually have to see not only your worth, but how you have been using time and giving yourself to people, but you have not been investing in yourself. That's why you're still thinking about the past, because they want you to see that how often you're giving yourself to people, but you have not been investing in yourself and pursuing your own desires. Because you get so caught up worrying about people how they feel about you, but you have not paid more attention to how you feel about yourself. So now you're releasing from that. And yeah, people are jealous of that. You are going to come across people that's going to be more jealous of you. Yes, more jealous of you because they wish they have the same intent like you. And releasing the thought of satisfying other people by spending more time and investing in themselves. See here. Somebody is manipulating his thoughts at this point. I'm actually doing his circumstances at this point. Somebody is actually manipulating his thoughts. Somebody is actually telling him what he needs to do when it comes to his life and how he needs to manage his life. Now, this could be dealing with a job. This could be dealing with some opportunities that's actually coming to him. So he's dealing with earth and fire. Again, he wants to be in the spotlight, like I said. So for you, my divine feminine, all eyes is all on you. You're trying to find stability within yourself. You're trying to be more grounded than everybody else. You're trying to stay focused within yourself in regards to for what you want to do, for what you want to pursue, and also understanding your emotions, but not get too bothered by your emotions as well. But you were actually receiving some type of universal message when it comes to this disappointment, when it comes to relationships, my divine feminine. Okay, so for my divine masculine, I have here for hold on, wait a minute, because I did a format. Because I'm not going to show y'all the format. I'm not doing that. Last time I did that, everybody decided that they want to be a tarot reader. I meant what I said. This is going to be a long reading. Hold on for 1 second. Okay, so this is your main focus, masculine. You have the 5 of air. You actually have people in telling you how you need to control your life. You got people controlling your life right now. You got people orchestrating your life. You telling people. You actually have people that are telling you what to do. You think you're telling these people what to do. No, these people are telling you what to do. My divine masculine. And every time you actually follow through what a certain person tells you what to do, you start messing up. You start messing up. And you actually get complacent, you actually get confused. This is someone who's telling you that who you need to date, who you need to be with. In regards to it's going to make you look good, but whoever that you dating making you look bad. And everything just going downhill because you just fall upon what somebody else is telling you what to do. I think you need to start fall upon your own decision, masculine. That's what you need to do. Because right now, I mean, you have here the Ace of Coins, so you have this new opportunity that's coming to you. But you need to stop fucking it up, excuse my language, because you follow through what everybody telling you what to do. This is somebody who's actually jealous of you. This is someone who has some type of animosity towards you. This could be an air sign, Aquarius, Libra, and Gemini. This somebody could be very two-faced. This is somebody who actually does not have your back. You think they got your back, but they don't have your back. This is somebody who actually wants to live your life, or somebody who wants to have your position. Read that you're probably working with a higher up, and they're trying to squeeze their way in, work with a higher up, and try to partner with you. But this is somebody who is actually telling people what you're doing, okay? Just to see as if that you're the fuck up. So, masculine, you need to stop telling people your personal business and stop allowing people controlling your life. And I actually see a lot of arguments that's going on. You're probably being argumentative with a air sign person. Now, this could be an air sign female, younger, I would say her late 20s, like 28 years old. She's probably trying to get some information out of you, whether that she's antagonizing you or she's irritating you or she's harassing you, because I don't know why I'm seeing as if she's calling you late at night. And I'm thinking that the reason why she's harassing you is because she's trying to get some money out of you. Because it's materialistically, it's not infatuation, it's materialistically because you owed her something. Because that's how she feels. It's not the sex, because she could get it from somebody else. But she just want to get money out of you. Like you owe her. But I'm actually getting as if that somebody is trying to get your job or trying to get your position, masculine. Be careful of that. You need to start protecting your positions. Be aware of your associations around this time, masculine, okay? Stop allowing these people orchestrating your life. Whether it's if you are in a Masonic, if you're in the Masons, because I have here as Knights. Knight of Earth, Knight of Fire. So your buddies must be in Knights, or you might be part of Knights. But yeah, this is somebody who can't keep their mouth shut. This is somebody who's actually going around and telling your business, okay? Where their job is actually doing surveillance work on other people. But yeah, this is somebody who actually just cannot keep their mouth shut. They're actually trying to look for suitors for you, most likely hoes or prostitutes. Make you feel as if you are incapable in controlling yourself, because you're trying to overcome bad habits, or you're trying to control your demons, I should say. So tell your friends if that's just not the female you're looking for, that's not the woman I'm looking for, because they're actually giving you hoes and prostitutes. Even though these are women that you're actually using for the meantime. That you just want to, excuse my language, a good fuck. Because you're trying to live beyond your negative influence, and you're trying to be above your negative influence. If you do not want to live within this stress, you've got to release these people that's giving you stress and living in toxic behavior. Now, again, for the hidden secrets, well, let's go back to you. You, as a Knight of Fire, you could be a fire sign, Aries, Sagittarius, Leo. You're actually trying to progress in your goals. You're actually trying to go into your business venture. That's what you're trying to do, because you're trying to relocate and trying to go into your business venture. That's what your main focus is. But you actually got the job. But what's trying to keep you from the job is these people telling you what to do. Okay? And also these dramas that you get it from these young girls. Or older women that's acting like young girls. So I have here as a star. Here's the hidden secret, my masculine, is that you want to gain some insight based upon your life, or you want to take a different turn of your life. But I actually see for the star reminds me of the priestess. Someone that you always go to get readings, someone who always goes to get spiritual guidance, and somebody who actually works with their ancestors. I'm not talking about somebody this could be for show. You're actually going with somebody that you misconstrue them for being a spiritualist or being a spiritual priest. But you want to go to somebody who is spiritually guided. And you're trying to get advice from somebody who is spiritually guided. That's well known too. Now, this is like a well-known priestess. She asks money out of you, and she make you going through hoops to get money, to give her some money. Basically, she make you go through hoops to give her some money. Okay, and the reason why she's just getting money out of you for her living circumstances as well, to take care of her living situation. I don't know why she rely on you as a steady income, because that's just crazy. But maybe this is how you feel about her, that she rely on you as a steady income. And that's not good. Because I'm hoping that she don't put some type of crap and trying to get more money out your pocket. Put a nutmeg, raw nutmeg, not powder, raw nutmeg, you can get it from the store, raw nutmeg in your pocket, so nobody won't take money out of you. If you do not have a nutmeg, get cloves. 9 cloves. Put it in a bag from Michael's. Get a bag from Michael's and put 9 cloves in there so people stop taking money out of your pocket. But most likely this spiritualist that you go to, that you think was popular, and I'm sorry to say that you think is popular, she's actually used as a steady income. Now, The hidden secret is that you want to go to somebody who is connected to your universal high. And you know who that is. Somebody who is secretly not well known, but who's very gifted. I'm actually getting she could have the moon in Aquarius. But even though this is Aquarius card, but she could have a moon in Aquarius. Or maybe that you're trying to get consultation when it comes to your astrology chart, or you're trying to get into astrology. Maybe that you're learning astrology at this point. Understand the philosophy of astrology or the metaphysical. My females, let me see. The Hangman, which is good because y'all are under your self-reflection. That's why y'all distance from one another, because y'all are doing self-reflection work upon yourself. So this is when y'all need to start investing in yourself, okay? For my Divine Feminine, you got all eyes on you. For the Three of Wands, okay? Now, I'm actually getting this could be protection from your fiery spiritual guys, but you got eyes on you. These are men who are attracted to you, Divine Feminine. These are guys who are watching you, and you know these guys are watching you. You can feel these guys are watching you. One of them is weird, and one of them is not, that you cannot have. But yeah, you got guys watching you. They are infatuated with you, Divine Feminine. And when it comes to your job, there are people who is watching you based upon your work performance, and they actually see you as a threat. I mean, this is not Five of Wands, but most likely when I get these eyes, these are people who are watching you and wondering about you or what your next move is, what you're going to do. Okay, because somebody is thinking about your next move, or whether it's if there's somebody who wants you to work with them, wants you to work along with them. There's somebody who's actually is skeptical of thinking of recruiting you to a business or not, but they're still discussing about it. Okay, so that's why it's in delay, because they're still having a conversation about your position in recruiting you into this business or this job. But there's people who's actually thinking about you when it comes to your job and your business and seeing what's your next move. You have people that's observing you at this point, and they see that you're doing a good damn job. They don't see you as being lazy. They don't see you as being like the others. Okay, and they don't think that you're problematic. They don't. They really don't. I don't know why you keep thinking that they think I'm problematic. No, they do not. But however, you see that how their eyes is looking at the other way. Like this eye is looking above as if they're thinking. This eye is looking the opposite way, but this eye is looking straight forward. Now, this could be your eye. This could be your eye, that you actually foreseen everything, that you could feel everything, and you know that everything is coming through. But you see how the eye is looking at the other way. So if you're thinking that these people are focusing on you, no, they're focusing on what's really going on. Like, they want to know what you see. They want to know what you see, Divine Feminine, or what you see. Now, it's a possibility that you might get called in the office, not because of the complaints, but they want to know what's really going on the floor. What's really going on at the job. And you felt that you do not want to be a snitch. There's a way to how do you say certain things, as if that how you perform your job, how you fall upon your role, and what you do. And that's it. Now, if it comes to the case and they're asking you what particular person is doing, you just let them know what they're doing. That's it. But they want to know what you see. But you do have people who are contemplating about you based upon your next move. Okay? But these are people who are, I'm not going to say watching you, but they actually pay more attention to seeing, knowing what you're doing, or what you see, or what you have been observing. Because you got wandering eyes. But when it comes to an infatuation, because sometimes fire is dealing with infatuation. I mean, even though that water is spiritual, it's all about emotions. But when it comes to fire, it's passion. So you do have guys who likes you, but they still have wandering eyes to somewhere else. And you are aware of that, okay? Now, In regards of your main focus is the Four of Wands, which is stability. That you want to be more aligned within yourself, that you want to be more grounded within yourself. And the reason why you want to be more grounded because you want knowledge and receiving the message from the universal guides. Based upon you, fall upon the lunar cycle. Now, I understand that you like to be more aligned within yourself because you do not want to become haywire and you do not want to become illogical, especially being emotional. Okay? Because due to the planetary, it does affect our emotions, especially for the women. Especially for the women. Okay? But you're trying to stay grounded. Now, sometimes it depends upon your eating habits too. Be mindful, careful of your eating habits because that could actually interfere with your alignment work. Okay? Just be mindful, careful of those eating habits. I know we like to crave on sweets and crave on junk food, but sometimes that's not good for us. So just be mindful, careful of your cravings. Alright? I would not advise you to do a spiritual retreat with anyone. I think it's best for you to do it by yourself. So therefore, that's when you start receiving the spiritual message that will come to you. Because when you're actually doing these spiritual retreats with people, especially when you're on your period, they actually thrive off of that energy. They do. They do. Especially people who are into the happiness, peace, and light and shit. They thrive off of that energy. Your period is sacred. That's why you need to keep it to yourself, and you need to be by yourself. I'm sorry if I, widen up my eyes. It's a hint. You can't be, you can't congregate with people while you're on your period. Okay? I mean, you could be with your mom, you could be with your aunt, you could be with your sisters, because you are like the image of their emotions. All of y'all share your emotions, okay? Y'all like the lineage of your emotions. But when it comes to other people, they don't understand your emotions like your sister, your mother, and your aunt. So, again, be very careful not to congregate with people that thrives off of your sacred energy, especially right on your period. Because that's the time that you need to isolate yourself to be closer to the gods. Because they're trying to tell you something. Okay? Now, most likely people say, well, the fire realms is all about having a home because, yeah, you are home. You are the temple. You need to respect your temple. Because once you're respecting your temple, therefore you be closer to the gods. I'm not trying to say starve yourself, but you need to have more nutrients to survive, and also minerals too. I'm not trying to say starve yourself. No, you need to have enough nutrients for your body to heal. But be aware of who's close to you. That's not aware of your emotions, okay? So, how others perceive you, that's funny, the Five of Wands competitions. So, people are aware of what you're doing. People are aware that you initiate some craft. People are aware that you are creative when it comes to your craft. This is going to be long. I'm sorry. Hold on for 1 second. Okay, so this is going to be a long reading. So, going back to my masculine. For my feminine, you have the 5 of fire. This is going to be long. My masculine, you have the Knight of Earth. My masculine, starting with you. People see you as not only being strategic, but they're observing your moves. Even though you're the Knight of Earth, you move slow. And you're very calculated. But people are observing you. People are aware of what you're doing. Because when you are this slow, they can see what you're doing. And sometimes you have a bad habit in doing this. So, disclaimer, I read my cards of how I resonate with the cards, besides the meaning of the cards. Okay? Going back to you, masculine, people know what you're doing. People are aware of your habits. People are aware of what you like and dislike, and people know where you go in and out. Now, if you are a Capricorn, Virgo, and Taurus, you have people who are copying off of you. And you want to know why my project is not being prosperous. That's a notification. Why my project is not prosperous? Why my project is not going well? Going back what I said earlier, when it comes to the 5 of air, you need to stop telling people what you're doing. You need to keep yourself secretive, okay? Because when you're actually doing things slow, they're actually seeing what you're doing in detail. They're observing you. You have people that's observing you. And you're telling people too much. You're telling people too much. Because you trust people in thinking that they will give you enough information, enough resources in regards of what you're doing, but you don't understand that they're actually utilizing your resources and what you had given them. All these stars that's actually being aligned is actually giving you clues and hints based upon leading you the path of where you need to be. But sometimes you're still confused and you're being led astray because you're still hearing people telling you what to do. But you're not trusting in your own intuition, masculine. You're not. You're not. Because while for the 5 of air, you're allowing these people telling you what to do and give you the wrong advice. They're actually giving you the same advice that you have been giving to yourself. And that's a problem, masculine, because sometimes those advices that you're giving to people is that the advice you need to give to yourself to start invested in you. And the reason why that this woman is actually able to pull money from you, whoever this well-known psychic reader is, the reason why she's able to pull money for you because she's actually the gatekeeper of what's actually in your natal chart to easily get access to your money. I need for you to wear lavender. I need for you to wear juniper. I need for you to wear sandalwood oil when you step outside the house. So you will not have these type of leeches all on you. Because when you have these people leeching off of you, they are going to take this opportunity that's meant for you. That's why this opportunity is being blocked for you, because you are actually allowing these leeches to leech on you. Especially her. Now she's up. She's not reversed, but she's upright because the hidden secret is you already know who you want to go to. You already know who you want to seek guidance to, but you're afraid. For some reason, you're afraid to seek guidance to this psychic reader or the spiritualist because you're afraid of judgment. But sometimes those type of judgments could be telling you the truth about you that you don't want to hear and you don't want to know. Confirmation. And sometimes the truth can give you a key that will guide you to success, like the star. Now for my feminine. 5, you are in a competition with people, especially with females, because they want to be like you. Because while you are gifted, you are spiritually gifted because you are not man-made. The reason why I say you're not man-made because you don't come off and jock off of people. The gift is actually being handed to you, spiritually handed to you. The gift is already being embedded to you. You're not aware of your lineage, but your lineage is very sacred than others who tends to pretend and fake that they have sacred lineage. And it's best for you not to know because you do not want to brag about your lineage like other people have been doing. You have people who are jealous of you, Divine Feminine, because you are gifted. You are a threat. You possess the gift when it comes to knowing about people's attention. You possess the gift in knowing people's next move and the type of spells and craft they're going to place upon to you. You actually have a gift where your Astral, goddess and gods, could be a shapeshifter and protect you from these beings that is trying to place harm upon you and block you from your abundance. You have people who are jealous of you and also combative towards you because why? Not only that you're gifted, but you are intelligent. That's why you make people feel some type of way because they see you for who you are to the point you can't see who you are for yourself. And these people can predict your future, and that's why they see you as a threat. Divine Feminine, you know that you can do more greater things for where you are right now, but you just need some help. And you are going to get some help with the 3 of Wands. You are. You are going to get some help because there are some people that are going to come through and give you some type of help. But I'm going to say this, Divine Feminine, when it comes to 5 of Wands, use your craft wisely. Use it wisely. Please use it wisely. Now, when it comes to you, I have here is 4 of Air. I love 4 of Air because this is the moon. And, you know, this deck has the moon card, but 4 of Air means rest, especially during a full moon. When is the next full moon? It's telling you to rest. Don't do anything because everything's going to work out for you during the full moon. So why you think it's best for you to cast spells on other people who are cast upon to you? Hold on for 1 second. Going back to the 4 of Air, it's the moon card. It's telling you to be at rest, that you do not need to worry and you do not need to do anything. Because you hear about how people are actually willing to cast spells on other people just because a certain person makes them feel some type of way, which is true, or make them just be triggered. But with this card of 4 of Air, it's telling you to rest and don't do anything. But yet, you can. The only type of spell you can cast is upon to yourself, but not to anybody else. This spell could be renewed. This spell could be restoration. And this spell could be evolution too. This could be a beauty spell. This could be a sex spell. This could be a love spell, not to cast on another person, but also onto yourself. Self-love spell, okay? But with this full moon with the 4 Air, it's telling you to stay rested. And also be mindful, be aware of your thoughts as well too. Because sometimes wherever that you are thinking, it will happen. It will happen. You are going to receive some insight in regards of people, a place, or a thing. But to the point that you think that I'm not going to be there, don't say you're not going to be there because you are going to be there. Keep dreaming. Keep putting yourself in a place where you want to be, where you need to be, because it will happen as long as you stay rested. All these manifestations happen when you are resting and investing yourself. Start casting spell upon to yourself rather than casting upon to another person when it comes to the 4 air. And also, while you're resting, you receive challenging messages from your ancestors about you, but not to share with other people. Get a journal. Please get a journal. Because when you start meditating, you receive a message from your ancestors that's telling you based upon what you need to do. My divine feminine. Now, your hidden secret is 3 of Swords, heartbreak. Well, most likely this could be reminiscing based upon your childhood trauma. Now, how your childhood trauma start resurfacing based upon the disappointments of what you're experiencing right now. Like I said earlier, sometimes it's account of how you start giving yourself to other people, but people has not been giving anything to you. That you're giving yourself to people who actually does not see you, who does not notice you and does not acknowledge you. Because you're dealing with people who are in the pressure of society to be with somebody that can live up to being an American dream. And if they felt that they're going to be with you, that means that they are going against their lifestyle based upon their upbringing. But yet, they have been using you and pandering your emotion and use it as a motive to be with somebody else. This is not the time for you to get mad, but this is time for you to get glad. Yes. Again, what I say about your anger, use your anger in being logical rather than being illogical. Your anger will actually enhance your intelligence, will actually become more inspiration to others and motivate you in doing something which you need to do for the beyond of what you cannot imagine. Whether it's going to musical academy, cosmetology, or actually take up to any type of course when it comes to changing careers, and also start creating a project. Again, use that anger in being logical rather than being illogical. Okay? Because a disappointment can be a blessing as well. I'm going to actually use the Tarot of the Vine. You have to excuse the noise in the background. My neighbor decided to do some landscaping around this time. This is like 4:15, okay? But I told you that this is going to be a longer reading, and I see why it's going to be a longer reading. So, crap. Oh. Forgive me. Hold on for 1 second. Okay. I'm going to actually get some type of insight from Tarot of the Vine with his or her circumstances. All right, Divine Feminine. I'm going to tell you who your competitor is, Divine Feminine. You're going to be very shocked about this. But I love the insight for the Four of Swords. It's like what I said. And the same thing for the Three of Swords as well too. So overall, is the Ace of Coins. See what I tell you? When you start investing more into yourself, you will get blessings. This is the overall message for the his or her circumstances. Is blessings is coming forth, opportunities is coming forth. Okay. When you start investing more into yourself, you are actually letting in more opportunities. So going to my masculine. I told you it's going to be a long reading. So with the Five of Air, when it comes to this confusions, a lot of people telling you what to do. Now I have here is the Six of Wands. Like I said, maybe that you're trying to get some recognition from society, that you're trying to get acknowledgement from society. But I do see that you are defending yourself and telling people that you can handle yourself, that you have control within yourself, and you actually overcome any type of negative influence that's going to come to you when it comes to the Six of Wands. So therefore, you have the capability in telling these people to back off. That's causing confusions and bringing confusions in your life. Maybe that you get assistance from a fire sign woman, or maybe that you get assistance from someone who's punctual and teach you how to defend yourself. Or you probably think about in traveling. Maybe just to get away, keep your distance, and stay away from the noise to gain some type of peace. With the Knight of Earth, when it comes to how people see you, again, like I said, people actually see you bringing money when it comes to the home. Maybe that you are supporting your family. Now, Divine Feminine, I did mention that whoever that you called yourself onto, or you effectuated with, this is somebody who's actually doing this as a survival mode, but also supporting their family to get themselves out of a sticky situation. So again, Divine Masculine, you're actually seeing yourself as a person who's more taking care of their accountability and taking care of the family with the Ten of Coins. When it comes to bringing money in the home and supporting the family. And also carrying on your languages when it comes to your family. But when it comes to the Ace of Pentacles, my Divine Masculine, okay, I actually have here is a Nine of Wands. Now, I feel as if that you under pressure and showing gratification when it comes to this job and keeping this job, but sometimes I'm actually getting it as if that you know what, that you just want to put everything out on the table. Basically, that's what I'm getting right now. I'm actually getting it as if you just want to put everything out on the table, like, you know, enough is enough. I have been doing this for a while. I know what the fuck I'm doing. Just listen to what I gotta say. That's what's coming into me, because you're sick and tired of being this pressure. You're sick and tired of people being on your neck. And you're sick and tired of people observing you what you're doing, but you're actually telling these people, like, I'm aware and I know what the fuck I'm doing. Excuse me for the F word. But again, like I said, you're actually trying to relieve from this pressure for what you experienced when it comes to your previous job or this new job. But you might experience this pressure that's going on with this new job, but you just have to let this job know that you are aware, you know what to do. Okay? So therefore, you will not feel this pressure. More like micromanagement. With the Knight of Swords, and I have I have a Knight of Fire. I'm actually getting that you're confronted of air sign. somebody who has a job as a cop or under surveillance, that you probably get into it with a cop and telling him of how you feel about certain things, that he cannot tell you how to live by life or how to go by life. You and him have been friends for a while, for the longest. Well, I'm seeing you bumping heads against a cop or a friend that's a cop. And like I said, that if you are in the Masons and y'all Knights, that you're probably, bumping heads with somebody who's probably Knights too. This is somebody who's trying to put control on you. You gotta let them know that you can't control my life. I know what I'm doing. So you're actually putting your foot down when it comes to this air sign person, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. Or not only this, but maybe that you're defending against people who are trying to control your life as well too. Now, when it comes to this Star card, I'm actually getting hidden emotions will be revealed. That you're actually seeking and aware of what you want in life and pursuing your dreams and happiness with this spiritualist woman. Whether it's that you know that family is the answer, or whether you know that having the divine love is the answer. With the Star card and the Ten of Cups. And that's what I'm getting right now. That you want to have emotional fulfillment with this divine feminine herself, who could be an Aquarius, sun, moon, rising. Okay? Well, I'm actually getting a moon because she's on the water. But right now you're actually seeking guidance to get emotional fulfillment, and you believe that you want to get your emotional fulfillment from this spiritualist woman. Maybe of you breaking spells from this well-known psychic reader who actually has a hold onto you and your money is finding divine love, pure love. I know it sounds cliche, but you want your emotional fulfillment with this spiritualist woman. You know who this is. So that's your hidden secret, my divine masculine. My feminine, let's go to you. When I said that eyes is all on you, I was not playing. Boo. When I say you got men watching you, why I got Queen of Wands and the Star? Somebody's falling for you. Somebody is passionate for you. Now, most likely you could be dealing with men who has a fire sign in their natal chart, Aries, Aquarius. What did I say? Why did I say Aquarius? Aquarius probably has a fire sign in his natal chart too. But you're probably dealing with Aries, Sagittarius, and Leo men who actually fantasize you, romancing you. Well, if you're currently with one, but they infatuate with you. They see you that you this sexy hottie tamale, one of the divine. Seriously, this is somebody who idolize you. This is somebody who worship you. Okay, they see you as divine feminine, the actual divine feminine. All right. Now, if you work out, this is somebody who admires your body, who likes your body, as a Queen of Wands. And to be honest, they actually see you as a sex symbol too. They cannot help the fact of looking at you. This is somebody who actually admires you, divine feminine. Okay? Now, most likely, I said it's somebody, sometimes it could be like as a business being skeptical and putting you in a position. So, with the Queen of Wands, they might want to put you in a higher position because you have a quality to be in that position, even though that you do not have a degree for it, but they see that you are, you do have the skills to be in that position, okay? So with the Star card, yeah, you are getting a promotion. I actually see it as if you are getting a promotion. So whoever one of these companies is actually looking at you or watching you, or who's actually over your sub-supervisor, they're actually thinking about, promoting you at this point. Putting you through the type of training course to be in this field or work in this field. But when I say all eyes on you, you're the star. And did I not say, did I not say, did I not say that this could be possibly a destiny swap, that you will be the public's eye, that you have people that will idolize you, and you have some men who actually see you as a sex symbol, and that's how men are. But you will have people who are infatuated of you, divine feminine, okay? With the Five of Wands, when it comes to how others perceive you, it's a competition, and I was right. People do see you as a competition, because I have here is the King of Wands, because sometimes you can be very egotistic, divine feminine. You kind of can be very standoff. But your competitor is the King of Wands, a fire sign. And it's kind of weird, because how somebody that likes you is competing you. Like, and going back for what I said earlier, did I not say that people who see you as intimidation, they can predict your future? So therefore, whoever this fire sign is, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, they actually predict you being famous and more popular than them, and that's why they see you as a competitor. So yeah, your competitor is a fire sign man, or not only a fire sign man, but a man who also wants your offer. So if this is a man that you work with, they're actually aware that people want to offer you a job or want to promote you into a field, and he wants to have that position. But now he heard that someone's trying to give you that position. Now he sees you as a competition. But your competitor is the King of Wands, because now he recognizes all eyes on you, and you are in the public's eyes, and he's intimidated by that. Very so. But even though he has feelings for you, but he is still intimidated by that. Now, going back to your main focus when it comes to the Four of Wands, because you want to be more aligned within yourself. But in order for you to be more aligned within yourself, is stop trying to be more pessimistic and finding out not the evolution, but be more aware of the evolution of yourself. I'm sorry, that's the alarm clock for something else, but I have to cancel it because I'm doing a reading. But anyway, yeah, I'm not talking about it as an appointment. I don't cancel my appointments, okay? Not my tarot card reading appointments, but it's just a class that I do outside of tarot reading. All right. Going back to you, divine feminine, but you more characteristic of what's going to be the next phase, what's going to be the next stage. Treat it as a mystery. Death is Scorpio, right? And I'm going to say this as a Scorpio. Yeah, I am a Scorpio. We do not like people telling everything about us. We do not like people telling our characteristic. We want people to be in a wonder. We want people to figure us out. Okay? Because while we are known to be mysterious, we do not want to be the obvious. We just want to be the mysterious. So treat your life as mysterious. Stop thinking of what's next, what's going to be this, what's going to be that. And yet, divine feminine, you are very intuitive. I would advise you not to dig deeper. Just live in an unexpectation. Please do that. Live in an unexpectation, because that's living life and that's enjoying life. Because if you keep living in the expectation, you'll be bored. And don't say I'll be wrong, because it's right. I'm true. You'll be bored if you live in the expectation, because it's like you living in the known. Like, oh, I know that was going to happen. I know this was going to happen. Oh, I know that was going to come to me. No, live in the expectations, because you be in enjoyment. You're reliving life and reliving your own happiness. That's what you're doing. So live in the expectation and be fulfilled with enjoyment, rather than living in expectation and just being bored. Okay, divine feminine, so stop digging deeper. Stop digging deeper. Just flow with life. Enjoy the poetry of life. All right? You do not have to be worried. And I'm gonna tell you this: when it comes to you, you thinking to yourself though, oh, I need to guard all my possession and everything else. That's what I need to do. Now I'm thinking that I hope this is not negatively in a way because Vulture is known to be scandalous. I'm reading me in the cards, but with the Moon card, I believe as if you are protected. You are protected, but you gotta be more trust within yourself. You have to stay trust within yourself. But if this is negative in a way when it comes to vultures, you have to be more careful who you give energy to. But like I said in the very beginning, be mindful of your friends and your associates. Please. Please. And did I not say that when you on your period, when you on your cycle, ostracize yourself from people who doesn't understand your emotions because sometimes people thrive off of your sacred energy while you're on your menses. My divine feminine. But I'm gonna read you the Four of Coins. Okay, I just want to see if it's the negative or it's the positive meaning of it. All right, because understand that Four of Coins is all about being overprotected of our possession, not wanting to share, but keep our possession close to us. But if that's the case, then yeah, you gotta be mindful, careful not to give yourself to people who does not give to you, who's not being receptive to you, and who does not respect your well-being. Stay away from people who drain you. Okay. Four of Coins. Condor's wife, Peru, and Mara Folktale. The fourth coin represents greed and unwillingness to open up or share. Condor covets his wife, who does not like his lifestyle or living with him. He recognizes her unhappiness, but is unwilling to make changes or set her free. Upright, hoarding, possession, financial stability, materialism, stinginess, reverse, gambling, recklessness, letting go, generosity, large purses. I did mention that you need to be careful, be mindful of not giving yourself to people who does not value you, who actually see you insufficient. And I was right with the Moon card, which is according to your moon cycle, along with the Four of Wands. And meditating and ostracizing yourself from people who does not respect your well-being, especially while you're on your cycle. So when you start your cycle around this time, you actually receiving guidance messages from your universal guides and telling you of what you need to do when it comes to respecting your well-being and respecting your temple as well. So yes, you do need to ostracize from people who actually try to keep you away, not from harm, but also from receiving universal guides that is meant for you and telling you about these people that you're hanging around. Not only people, but also your relationship as well too. Because whoever that you are hanging around is feeding off of you. They're feeding off of your energy. They're utilizing your energy to accomplish their pursuit, their dreams, and their goals. But you have not. And the reason why you have not, because you have been giving it to these people who does not deserve to be in your life. And these are people who are keeping you stagnated. And these are people who are blocking your success, even though they're not aware of it or not aware of their intentions, but you just don't see it. But I think it's time for you to realize it. But you're going to start realizing it when you start meditating while you're on your lunar cycle. But with the Three of Swords, when it comes to this disappointment, maybe that you find out that somebody hasn't taken advantage of you. And this actually makes you become more nostalgic based upon your childhood trauma. But like I said, sometimes your past could be a lesson to you and letting you know that it's time for you to invest in yourself rather than invest in other people who does not respect you and who does not see you. Because I have here is the Empress. This could be Saint Monica, this could be Mary Magdalene, but I will go to the book to get clarity. Hold on for 1 second. And understand the purity and knowledge within yourself, and understand the worthiness and value of yourself, Divine Feminine. And also acknowledging your power, Divine Feminine. Yeah, Our Lady of Guadalupe, Saint Catholic, Mexico. The Empress is a loving and protective mother. She cares for the wishes to defend all of her children, even if a mother's love can sometimes be smothering. The world feels bright and everything blooms around her. Upright fertility, nurturing accomplishments, nurture abundance, reverse feeling undesirable, anxiety, lack of concentration, smothering, and selfishness. So this is upright, my Divine Feminine. Because why is this upright? Because you start acknowledging yourself. You start understanding you need to start respecting yourself. Then you need to start valuing yourself and letting go people who does not deserve you, and letting go people who's trying to keep you away from your divinity. You need to let them go. Because when you start letting them go, therefore you receive magical abundance from the universe itself. But yet, I'm actually getting you're hesitant because you're scared. Because you do not know what may come of it. You are scared because you do not know what may come of it or what the outcome will be. That's life. It's enjoying the unexpectation. Enjoying the magic and see the magic. Because Divine Feminine, the magic has always been within you. But you need to stay confident within the magic within yourself, and understanding for what magic for what you possess, Divine Feminine, because you're already aware of it, but you don't want to acknowledge it. She knows because she's part of you. She knows what you're capable of because she's part of you. Therefore, you know what you're capable of, Divine Feminine. But you need to start believing and trust within yourself. You're giving all these trusted people who actually want to make you believe as if that you're not significant, that you're insufficient, that you don't matter, but you do matter. Because you belong to be in a place where you're meant to be. But in order for you to be in that divine destination, you have to start gaining confidence within yourself and staying confident within your skills and your gift, Divine Feminine. And trusting in yourself and giving yourself more credit, rather than allowing people to take credit from you. You got to give yourself more credit, Divine Feminine. Because when you actually start giving yourself more credit, that's when you start possessing that divine gift for which you possess. I'm telling you. You got to start believing and you got to start trusting it. Because it's there. It's there. But you gotta start Believing more in yourself, divine feminine. I mean, you got everybody else believing you, but you need to start believing more in yourself with divine feminine, okay? Let me do other oracle cards. Give me 1 second. Here. I might as well do the yes, perfect. I am going to do the magical steel cards. Trust in the power, trust in the faith as I build these cards, and I will give you the spells that resonate with you in regards of what you're going through right now. That's a lot of cards. But I'll take it, because that's what we need. So I have here is creativity. And I'm going to say it 3 times, the power of 3. Be all above and all below. Let me connect. Let creativity flow. Be all above and all below. Let me connect. Let creativity flow. Be all above and all below. Let me connect. Let creativity flow. That's what you have for creativity. Agwit, 33. 6. Victorious. Go to 5 for 32. Confidence. By earth and air, water and fire, let my confidence take light, burn higher. By earth and air, water and fire, let my confidence take light and burn higher. By earth and air, water and fire, let my confidence take light, burn higher. 33. Well, I'm sorry. This is 33 for creativity, okay? Yeah, I have 33 for number 6 as victorious. And we have 32, number 5, as change. What did I say? Welcome change. Don't be curious. Allow it to happen. Live with the fluidity of life. Live with the unexpectation. So why you will be fulfilled with enjoyment. Going back to number 7, wisdom. On a Wednesday, that's tomorrow, with a waxing moon, let wisdom come and be renewed. On a Wednesday, with a waxing moon, let wisdom come and be renewed. On a Wednesday, with a waxing moon, let wisdom come and be renewed. So that is your spell for this week. I do appreciate it. I do thank you for watching this reading. Now, if you would like to schedule a personal reading, you can actually contact me on Instagram, DW Psychic Reading, or TikTok, Ganesha Girl number 9. Don't worry, I'll just list it below. And also my Facebook page number, I'll put it down there as well too. But I really appreciate you watching this live video, and I hope you have a wonderful and beautiful, beloved day.